strangers were no harder. The thin grass clothed them more warmly than the coarse shirts our small bones. We fought. We were always in defeat, like snow thawing upon the slopes of Monmouth Mawr. And yet the stranger never found our ultimate stand in the thick wood, declaiming verse to the sharp prompting of the harp. Our kings died, or were slain by the old treachery at the ford. Our bards perished, driven from the halls of nobles by the thorn and thicket. We were a people bred on legend, warming our hands at the red past. The great were ashamed of our loose rags clinging stubbornly to the proud tree of blood and birth. Our lean bellies and mud houses were a proof of our ineptitude for life. We were a people wasting ourselves in fruitless battles for our masters, in lands to which we held no claim, with men for whom we bore no hatred. We are a people, and are so yet, when we have finished quarreling for crumbs under the table, or gnawing the bones of a dead culture, we will arise, armed, but not in the old way. I take with me, wherever I go, a pen and a golden bowl. Poet and beggar stand in my shoes, or a prince in a purple shawl, I bring with me when I return to the house that my father's hands made. Crooning bird on a crystal bough, and oh, sad, sad bird. I saw I saw two hares in the corn, spying and chasing. Four tall ears, two wing and rolling, two shapely bodies coupling and parting, clasping and tossing, like two full ears of corn swayed in the wind's dance. Their gnarled feet and strong stalks had roots like claws in the earth. This was the primal dance, copulation of grain and ground, the chord between summons and blood. Around and above them the corn waves washed, till bright foam stood on the high nostrils, and somewhere the seed was gambled on the moon's fruition. This was the primal dance. Through wide-eyed ancient stars I see the two hares eternal, on fields of yesterday and yesteryear, leaping and loping under the reaper's moon of September in the majestic madness of March. Their chase, today and forever. There, bed among the blood brothers, or in nooks of the barley. And they bear within each velvet paw, sustain within each wild eye flicker, be light, nimble, and crazy. Airy as bird song or well springs bubbling, or their own primal dance. I saw two eggs in corn. I saw. Did you ever see? Did you ever see? Did you ever see such a funny thing before? Oh, well, what I saw? Well, I saw it. A wheel she was, and white around his shaking shoulders, rolled and folded in a ball. Nothing like a girl at all. A horse's collar, more like. Woman white legs, hooked and crooked around his neck, ankle linked and locking, rocking down and up. Like a running pop she was. A goblin shape, or a tethered sheep with a wild dog at her shearing. Appearing nothing like a girl, unless a chapel goer. Oh, her father wouldn't know her. I saw the naked pair, I swear. Dark he was as she was fair, wrestling in the barley there. A horse, and in her arms a bear. The devil driving down his plough as a soft white flower bed. I saw it all just as I said, until the devil turned his head, and off I fled. The girls of Llanbadarn have me twisted with passion. A plague on them all for all my strife. My every tryst has gone amiss. I never won a single kiss. No, not one girl in all my life. Not maid, nor lass, nor hag, nor wife. What appalls them? What can it be that all of them will have none of me? They could avail of secrecy. Meet we could in a thick green wood with no one by to see. What shame then for a lively girl to lie among the leaves with me. Every day, I swear it's true, I fall in love with one, or two. Never had a spell such power since Garwy's love-crazed curse. And yet for all the poets say, I'd swear that mine is worse. These maidens stay as far away as mortal enemies at bay. I think that I shall burst. Sunday chapel every week. Salvation from this curse I seek. But when the deacon starts to speak, I put my soul in peril. I turn my back on holy God to gawk and smile and wink and nod at every dainty girl. And even when I steal a peek from underneath my plume, the congregation thinks it odd to see me scour the room. Today I caught a willing look from over top a prayer book. One sprightly maiden held my eye. I thought she was about to sigh, but she turned instead to a friend close by and said, "That fellow with the pallid skin seems to be well versed in sin. Look you there, the what I mean, with the hair that belongs on his sister's head, the smile that's quite obscene. Is that the one?" comes her reply. "How dare the wretch presume? For my part, I would rather die if he should look and he should try until the day of doom. Then let the devil mark him well and send him straight to hell." Well, stunned I was. My gentle dove, my senses couldn't grapple. In return for all my looks of love, she cursed me, and in chapel. Oh, I've a bitter lesson learned, for all the time my head was turned, instead I should have prayed. Great expense this bit of sense, that wrecked my neck and won no maid. So I give up my claim on love. Forswear all women, damn it! Banish these fantasies, kisses and hugs. I'd have to be a hermit. Seagull, are you listening? Brightest gull of white swing. Your lily quill, parchment white wings glide abreast the crest of sea. Go, you go, to my bright girl. You shall be a page for me. Climb the air and fly afar. You will find her where the ramparts are, a silver tower high above the sea. And light upon the castle wall, and spy my love for me. You shall know her skin like snow, her hair of copper hue, that all compare to Ager fair, of walking Arthur. They speak true, her eyes are quite as blue. My words according, tell her all, that she may choose me, use me well. Go direct to meet her, and if she be alone, make you bold to greet her, but in gentlest of tone. Wit and tact you must engage if you would be my page, and earn a handsome wage. Tell the lovely maid that I, a courtly, polished lad, will die if I should fail to win her gentle hand. I'd never last for any length, for she's the source of all my strength, and I inquire how the ladies stand. No man that lived has ever loved a maid more fair than mine, not Merlin of the spells of love, or Taliesin with his rhymes. Ah, seagull, do not stay your wings, but make your way and play my chance. And when you found the maid I seek, and stood before the brightest cheek in Christendom's expanse, I'll be waiting on you, bird, to lift me from my gloom. Unless you bring a gentle word, it shall be my doom. Morvid, who made this ache under my rib, whom I love, and have loved as I live. Fresh from God her colours came, white of daisy for her brow, and for her hair the gold of flame, scarlet cheeks and bow, bright eyes of gemstones set to show beneath those brows of London black. No, nothing does my Morvid lack. The 5 joyful mysteries hide inside her every smile. The figure fair and fine she has, and white as St. Anne's child. And silken tender flesh she has, that sends my soul astray, without a care for Judgment Day. She must, she will, come to the hill, to my bed among the birches, to my quilt of leafy green with fronds of fern unfurling lacy curtains round the bed, and birches branching overhead to shield us from the rain. And I shall lie as David lay, making song till dawn of day, waiting for a tryst. And I shall make, if one it come, a song of every kiss. 7 kisses of a maid, 7 birches on a grave, 7 vespers, 7 masses, 7 sermons of the thrush, 7 litanies of leaves, 7 nightingales to hush, 7 strokes of ecstasy, 7 diadems, 7 odes to slim Morvid's firm flesh, and 27s more of them if that be not enough, that Morvid may no more withhold the rent that's due to love. Ayo sinho adael gadi in bao eflacha mageluchi iblerutin dar vainyan efeni in diodros min tehi ayo sinho koch adael gadi Bawe placham oved mochri Agaidot gadati vayed feni Kilchastin wesu chosar min teir Dairosin koch adael gadi Bawe placham oved mochri Agaid gisan vayed feni Beth yuhodo sar min teir Dairosin koch adael gadi Bawe placham oved mochri Beth yudu adol vayed feni Kim my diga velo ser min tehi Dairosin koch adael gadi Bawe placham oved mochri Annen id brioda vayed feni Dio vanai sichi o ser min tehi Dairosin koch adael gadi Bawe placham oved Singing today, I married my white girl, beautiful in the body, green on my finger, a grass blade curled. So with this ring, I thee wed, and sent our love to the loveless world of all the living and all the dead. Now, no more than vulnerable, human, we more than one, less than two, are merely ourselves in a barley field. And only love's the rent that's due, though the bailiffs of time return anew to all the living, but not the dead. Shipwrecked, the sun sinks down the harbors of the sky, unloads its liquid cargo of marigolds, and I and my white girl lie still in the body. Does anyone else wish to speak? What more can be said by all the living against all the dead? Come then, all you wedding guests, green ghosts of trees, gold of barley, you blackbird priests in the field, you wind that shakes the pansy head, fluttering on the stalk like a butterfly. Aye, come the living and come the dead. Listen, flowers, birds, winds, worlds. Tell all today that I married not only a white girl in the barley, for today I took to my human bed flower and bird and wind and world, and all the living and all the dead. A stranger has come to share my room in the house, not right in the head. A girl, mad as birds, and taken by light in her arms at long and dear last, I may without fail suffer the first vision that set fire to the stars. In my craft and solemn art, exercised in still of night, only the moon rages, and the lovers lie in bed with all their griefs in their arms. I labor by singing light, not for ambition or bread, or for the strut and trade of charms on the ivory stages, but for the common wages of their most secret heart. Not for the proud man apart from the raging moon I write on these spendthrift pages, or for the towering dead with their nightingales, were lovers, their arms round the griefs of the ages. And pay no praise or wages, nor heed my craft or art. Quite early one morning, it was a shooting green spring morning, all nimble and crocus, with all the young women treading on naked flower stalks, the metropolitan sward, swinging their milk-pale handbags, gentle, fickle, inviting, accessible to all the ardent, unspoken endearments of shaggy strangers, and the winks and pipes of the cold-foot sandwiches. The drum shrilled, the buses gabbled, policemen and daffodils bowed in the breeze. They tasted of buttermilk. Delicate carousal plashed and babbled from the public houses, which were not yet open. I felt like a young god. I loosened my collar studs and opened my shirt. I tossed back my hair. There was an aviary in my heart, but without any owls or eagles. My cheeks were cherried warm. I smelled, I thought, of sea pinks. To the sound of madrigals sung by slim sopranos in waterfall valleys where I was the only tenor, I leapt onto a bus. The bus was full. Carefree, open-collared, my eyes alight. My heart is full of the spring as a dancer's shoe should be full of champagne. I stood in love and at ease, and always young, on the packed lower deck. And a man of exactly my own age, or perhaps he was a little older, got up and offered me his seat. He said, in respectful tones, as though to an old justice of the peace, "Please, won't you take my seat?" And then he added, "Sir." My 30th year to heaven, woke to my hearing from harbour and neighbour wood, in the mussel pool of Heron Creek shore, the morning beckon, water pray, and call of seagull and rook, the knock of sailing boats on the net-bed wall, myself to set foot that second in the still sleeping town, and set forth. My birthday began with the water birds and the birds of the winged trees, flying my name above the farms of the white horses. And I rose in rainy autumn and walked abroad in a shower of all my days. High tide, and the heron died when I took the road over the border, and the gates of the town closed. The town awoke. A spring full of larks and a rolling cloud, and the roadside bushes brimming with whistling blackbirds, and the sun of October summering on the hill's shoulder. Here were fond climates and sweet singers suddenly come in the morning where I wandered and listened to the rain-ringing wind blow cold in the wood far away under me. Pale rain over the dwindling harbour, and over the sea-wet church the size of a snail with its horns through the mist, and the castle brown as owls. All the gardens of spring and summer were blooming in the tall tales beyond the border. And there could I marvel my birthday away, but the weather turned around. It turned away from the blithe country and down the other end, and the blue altered sky streamed again a wonder of summer, with apples, pears, and red currants. And I saw in that turning, so clearly, a child's forgotten wonders. And you walked with his mother through the parables of sunlight, and the legends of the green chapels, and the twice-told fields of infancy. His tears burned my cheeks. His heart warmed mine. These were the woods, the river, and sea of a boy, the listening summertime of the dead, whispered of the truth of his joy to the trees and the rocks, and the fish in the tide, and the mystery sang alive still in the water and the singing birds. And there could I marvel my birthday away, but the weather turned around, and the true joy of the long dead child sang, burning in the sun. It was my 30th year to heaven. Stood there then in the summer noon, though the town below lay leaved with October blood. Oh, my heart's truth still be sung on this high hill. It is time. How to keep? Is there any? Any, is there none such? Nowhere known some bow or brooch to braid or brace, lace, latch, catch or key to keep back beauty. Keep it. Beauty, beauty, beauty. I'm vanishing away. Is there no frowning of these wrinkles, ragged wrinkles deep down, no waving off of these most mournful messengers, still messengers, sad and stealing, messengers of grey? Oh, there's none, no, there's none. Nor can you long be what you now are called fair. Do what you may do, but do what you may. And wisdom is early to despair. Be beginning, since no, nothing can be done to keep at bay age and age's evils. Hoar hair, rock and wrinkle, drooping, dying, death's worst winding sheet, tombs and worms and tumbling to decay. So be beginning to despair. Oh, there's none, no, there's none. So be beginning to despair, despair. There is one. Yes, I have one. Hush, there. Only not within the seeing of the sun. Not within the singeing of the strong sun, tall suns tinging or treacherous naking of the earth's hair. Somewhere, elsewhere, there is, but where? One, yes, I can tell such a key. I do know such a place, where whatever's prized and passes of us, everything that's fresh and fast flying of us, seems to us sweet of us, and swiftly away with, done away with, undone, done with, soon done with, and yet dearly and dangerously sweet of us. The wimpled, water-dimpled, not by morning matched face, the flower of beauty, the fleece of beauty, too apt to fleet, never fleets more, fastened with the tenderest truth to its own best being and its loveliness of youth. It is an everlastingness of, oh, it isn't all youth. Come then, your ways and airs and looks, locks, maiden gear, gallantry and gaiety and grace, winning ways, airs innocent, maiden manners, sweet looks, loose locks, love locks, gay gear, going gallant, girl grace. Resign them, sign them, seal them, send them, motion them with breath and with sighs soaring sighs, deliver them. Beauty and the ghost, deliver it early now, long before death. Give beauty back. Beauty. Back to God. Beauty's self and beauty's giver. See, not a hair is, not an eyelash, not the least lash lost. Every hair is hair of the head. Nay, but we had light-handed left in the surly, the mere mould would have waked and have waxed and have walked the wind, what while we slept? This side, that side, hurling a heavy-headed hundredfold, what while we slumbered? Oh, then weary, then why do we tread? Oh, why are we so haggard at the heart, so care-coiled, care-killed, so fagged, so fashed, so cogged, so cumbered, when the thing we freely proffered is kept with fonder care than we could have kept it, kept far with fonder care, and we should have lost it. Finer, fonder care kept. Where kept? Do but tell us where kept, where? Yonder. What? High as that, we follow now, we follow. Yonder, yes, yonder, yonder, yonder. Under God's violent, unsleeping eye. My fathers labored for 300 years on the same farm, in the expected legend. Their hymns were anodynes against defeat. But sin, the original withering worm, was always with them. Whether they excelled at prayer, made songs on winter's nights, or slobbered in temptation, women drink. I inherit their long arms and mountain face. The withering worm sleeps too in my blood. But I know a loneliness unwatched by God. Do you ever see such a funny thing before? Be a boy from the hills brought up believing that fornication is a sin, adultery, abomination. What should I do but fornicate until I'm caught? And then commit adultery? In my dreams? My dreams. You have to plough the furrows I ploughed, or pick stones from the bitter fields that are fit for ploughing. All day. All day. Or lift potatoes till your back is breaking, and then go home to the grudged candlelight and the green bacon. You want your childhood spent like that? And with the compensations? An old man's voice like something out of Daniel, making the Belshazzars and the tractors tremble. Hills like man's breasts, homely and tremendous. School wildness of sheepdogs, ponies stubborn as myself, and each winter's killing snow. And the chapel, God in a little boothing, once whitewashed, but God in the voices of the mean, the crippled, the green bacon eaters, that lead me beside still waters buggers, the wild boys, the sin eaters, and the godly daughters, all of them suddenly, in unison, in the ugliest building I've ever seen. Pisgah, I shall never see again. All suddenly bursting. No, not bursting, all suddenly startled into song, to praise the god of fornication and the world we lived in. Boy, oh, if you come from a country like that, you can talk to me of sin and related matters. Force to the green fuse drives the flower, drives my green age. That blasts the roots of trees is my destroyer. And I am dumb to tell the crooked rose. My youth is bent by the same wintry fever. The force that drives the water through the rocks drives my red blood. That drives the mouthing streams turns mine to wax. I am dumb to mouth unto my veins how at the mountain spring the same mountain sucks. The hand that whirls the water in the pool stirs the quicksand. It ropes the blowing wind, holds my shroud safe. I am dumb to tell the hanging man how of my clay is made the hangman's line. The lips of time reach to the fountain. Love drips and gathers. But the fallen blood shall calm her sores. And I am dumb to tell the weather's wind how time has ticked heaven down the stars. And I am dumb to tell the lover's tomb how at my sheet goes the same crooked Do not go gentle to that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words have forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced on a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way, do not go gentle into that good night. Brave men, near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes can blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. chill, haunted field. My father's red breath, stubble kiss, on to play. Still whisker burn, whiskey sweat, cling and sting, and sing old spice, steam from dry ice. Blue laughter gone to still. My father's blue eyes awash in light that might throw shadows on the moon, gone to mist. But those eyes, caught in old Polaroid shots, ring out a laugh that still tells of the boy he left when he left. Blue pain, pierced to red, damps out of blackness, rumbles up the stair in the limping night shape of my father, who snores evenly in my head, dead, with holding Isaac's blessing. Something else, unsaid, something red and gone. It was a summer evening. We were all there. Oh, I remember them, I tell you. Old people who are at this scorching hour no more than tattered lips in the wind. The others, the red ripe hearts. Their laughter in fragments among the leaves. Their hair unkempt. Oh, where are the buttermilk voices that used to flow through the kitchen and the dairy and the cow shed? And the laughter! Fragments among the leaves. Where are the round eyes that disappeared in a cloud of laughter? I prayed that I might be one of the colts on the Orma mountain forever. It'll be damn cold in winter, of course, said Joe, laughingly. Oh, but his voice was like a bell. It was a summer evening. They were all there. The wind idly meandering through the calm. Oh, I remember them, I tell you. Over. Come on then, John. Time you were getting your little son. On with your sack, your moleskin trousers. It's time you were on your way. Time you were learning a collier's job and earning a collier's pay. It's almost night, time you were off to the anthracite. Time you were lifting a pick and shovel, it's time you were on your way. Time you were learning a collier's job and earning a collier's pay. Come on then, John, it's time to go. Time you were working down below. The morning mist is in the valley, it's time you were on your way. Time you were learning a collier's job and earning a collier's pay. As I was young and easy, under the apple boughs about the lilting house, and happy as the grass was green, the night above the dim and starry. Time let me hail and climb golden in the heydays of his eyes. And honoured among wagons, I was prince of the apple towns. And once below a time I lordly, and the trees and leaves trail with daisies and barley down the rivers of the windfall light. And as I was green and carefree, famous among the barns about the happy yard, and singing as the farm was home, and the son that is young once only, time let me play and be golden in the mercy of his means. Green and golden I was huntsman and herdsman. The calves sang to my horn. The foxes on the hills barked, clear and cold. And the Sabbath rang slowly through the pebbles of the holy streams. Oh, the sunborn was running. It was lovely. Hayfields, high as the house. The tunes from the chimneys. But it was air and plain, lovely and watery, and fire green as grass. And nightly, under the simple stars as I rode to sleep, the owls were bearing the farm away. All the moon long I heard, blessed in the stable, the nightjars flying with the ricks and the horses flashing into the dark. And then to awake, the farm like a wanderer, white with the dew, come back, the cock on his shoulder, it was all shining. Adam and Eve. The sky gathered again and the sun grew round that very day. So it must have been after the birth of the simple light in that first spinning place. The spellbound horses walking warm out of the wee and green stables onto the fields of praise. And honoured among foxes and pheasants by the gay house under the new-made clouds, and happy as the heart was long, and the sun born over and over again, I ran my heedless ways. My wishes raced through the house high hay. Nothing I cared at my sky blue trades that time allows in all his tuneful turning. So few and such morning songs before the children, green and golden, followed him out of grace. No, nothing I cared in the lamp-white days that time would take me up to the swallow-thronged loft by the shadow of my hand in the moon that is always rising. Or the rider to sleep, and I should hear him fly by the high fields and went to the farm, forever fled from the childless land. Oh, when I was young and easy in the mercy of his means, time held me, green and dying. Though I sang in my chains like the sea. I am the wind on the sea. I am the wave of the deep. I am the sound of the sea. And now the sea I leave. Spell myself out of flowers. Cleave trees till hawk bemuse me. Addled as an egg by upward soar to floors of blues deep felted. Roll on past clouds, white, veiled, and seven. Winged, named, song-scaled, tumbled into heaven.